All right, here we go, everybody. It's shower vlog. So, London. Yeah, just got back from London. It was definitely a good time. London. Out there for Minecon. First few days were spent with all the Minecraft guys at the Minecraft house, and that was amazing. We spent 5 days together, and we just had a phenomenal time. We got to see all the sights. Sebas was the guy who made sure we all got up on time to actually get to go do things, go to places, set up things like the lunch river cruise thing that I'm sure you guys saw on Good's vlog. Cruise. So yeah, that was great. Now, what we were there for Minecon, as everybody knows. Minecon. So Minecon itself was great, but prior to Minecon, what did we do? We had to go do our party. We did our party. We got to go have our party at Namco Funscape with all the fans, and the fans, they loved it. We had a great time while we were there. It was just, there was drinks, there was the arcade drinks, there was bumper cars, drinks, there was everything. Everything you could ask for. Drinks. Most of the guys didn't actually get to do anything there because they were too busy signing autographs the entire time. Like some people, like Chad, his line through the door the entire time. So many people wanted to come see him. It was great. I had mini lines here and there, which was good. It gave me a chance to actually go experience. I hung out with fans. I had a big showing for my fan server, which was awesome. Thank you guys from the JCNO fan server. It was phenomenal to see you guys all there with your shirts on, representing. It was great. Namco, good time. Then we got to actually move on and go to Minecon. Now, the unfortunate part about Minecon was the fact that we all did not stay together in the same place anymore. We left the house, we all parted ways, multiple people went to these different hotels, some of us got Airbnbs. Pyro and Arcus had this Airbnb that they rented this whole apartment. Their place was amazing. Sadly, however, I can't say the same thing for the place that I stayed in. I got an Airbnb from a place, and it was not what you would call spectacular. Now, one of the things with Airbnbs is the fact that you kind of don't know exactly what you're gonna get while you're there. It's kind of like up to how well they advertise, how your hosts are, and you kind of might get lucky. One of my things when I look for an Airbnb is I always look for one that has lots of comments down in the post below, because you gotta make sure they have good reviews. There's a couple of them that were a little bit sketchy that I saw that had like 1 or 2 reviews. There was the same pictures at multiple different apartments by the same people that were up there. So those ones were definitely places I avoided. But I thought I had settled on one that I figured would be a good one. I can't say that it was the worst experience of my life. However, it was the worst experience of my life. When I am staying at a place at a convention, you know, I want to make sure that I personally am comfortable with the surroundings. And I can't say that I was at this place. So the problem is, I woke up after the first morning. I didn't get home that first morning until about 3:30 in the morning, something like that. So I walk into the house, try to be quiet, try to be respectful, because I know it's not my house. I woke up in the morning to the sound of a child. And I was like, really? Is there a child at this house? I would kind of think that that would be something that you would have posted in your Airbnb ad, the fact that, yeah, you're getting this room out of this house that these 2 people live in with their child would usually come as the next step. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Now, to confirm my suspicions, when I got up that first morning and was gonna go take a shower, I saw kids' toys. I can't say everywhere, but there were kids' toys in the bathroom, which confirmed the suspicions that, yes, there was a child in this house. And that made me a little bit uncomfortable about staying at this place. Now, it's not to say that the place that I stayed in was an unacceptable place for what it was. It just was not what I had anticipated it being. There's no question about that. And it made me very uncomfortable because now I just felt like I was disrupting a family as opposed to just disrupting, you know, possibly if you're gonna rent your place out, if you're gonna rent a room in your house, there's an expectation that there's gonna be some disruption that occurs with your normal goings on. However, when you bring a child into the mix, it's a whole different ballgame. I'm sorry, but it really is. And it made me very uncomfortable because I didn't want to disrupt a family. I didn't want to disrupt the child's sleeping behaviors. I knew that I was getting in at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, so it just made my stay really hard to deal with. So what did I end up doing? Well, I ended up basically just sleeping at this place from 3 o'clock in the morning until like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I would leave and not show back up until 3 o'clock that next morning because I just didn't want to be there, and I was so quiet when I got there and everything, so it made my stay really hectic. Now that's interesting because when I got back, I thought it was my right to write a completely open and honest review about my stay. That spawned the biggest email arguments from the people who had this posting. They thought I was being so dishonest and so deceitful about what had taken place. And I literally put, I wish you could read this post, you probably can go read the review. I literally put that I was taken aback by the fact that there was a child on the site that was not in the ads. It made me feel very uncomfortable about what I was doing because of the nature of what I was there, knowing I would be coming in and out of the house at odd times in the morning. I then followed it up with a paragraph that said, however, if you're okay with a child on site and you want a room that's exactly as they described, they give you towels, they give you soap, they give you little bits of food and stuff that they had laid out for me, and the room was actually bigger than I expected it to be. I said, if you can deal with the child on site, this is the place for you. I even said that in the review, but that was not good enough for them. I in no way was dishonest with my review. I put out my full review. Either way, that's neither here nor there. That's a whole separate issue. Airbnb, hit and miss, you never know. I just happen to have a miss on this one. That being said, Minecon went very well. I met so many cool people. I've already told you guys the story about hanging out at the after the curse party, drinking with like Milby and Jazz and MK and Sandy Fun and all those people. I met so many people. It's amazing. The community of people at Minecon and at every convention I've ever been at. In theory, a lot of us YouTubers are in quote-unquote competition with each other because we're all kind of going for the same goal. We're all out there to try to get views driven our way. But I'll tell you, there is no competition involved when we're all there. Everybody is so kind, everybody hangs out, we all want to meet each other. It's such a great experience. I love it when I go to conventions because I have so much fun and meet so many cool people, and it is just amazing. Now, on top of that, I figured this would be the perfect setting to show, that's kind of scary. Don't worry, not going to show too much. Anyways, when I got back, I don't know if you guys remember, about a year and a half ago, I posted a video. It was my most embarrassing video that I've ever posted to YouTube, quote unquote. That's what I titled it. And it's because I was discussing the fire department and your yearly physicals and the treadmill tests and stuff that you have to do and how they have to, hook you up to a lot of electrodes, an EKG machine while you're running on a treadmill. And people of my stature, heritage, grisliness, we're not the most perfect candidates for these electrodes to stick to us without interventions happening. Let's say that. Sounds good. Without interventions happening. So again, time of the year again that this is going to come up. And I'll tell you, when they put those electrodes on you at the physical place, they don't have time for anything else. They'll take a razor, dry shave, they'll just go to town and do what they have to do. And every time that they've done that to me, it's been so irritating and so painful, and it's miserable for weeks. So I decided this year, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna get ahead of this. I'm gonna take care of this myself so I can do it with my own clippers. I can shave it if I want to, but either way, I don't have to deal with the dry razor, the dry shaving with the dry razor. I'm thinking ahead, boom, that's my win, baby. Such a genius. I made sure that I was all ready to go so they weren't gonna have to touch me at all. I took care of it all for them until I find out that they only have to do it every other year. And I'm not kidding. I shaved, not all of it, just patches, of course. That makes it even worse. Yep, there we go. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, all for naught. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I literally got there, they looked at my paperwork and said, oh, you had your stress test last year. You don't need to do it this year. And I said, but you told me I'd have to do it every year after I'm 30. And they said, oh yeah, it's 40 now. Yup. Anyways, that's just catching you guys up on London, my life, what's going on, what's coming up in the near future. Well, UHC is going on for some people, just ended for me, as you guys have already seen. It was a great season of UHC. Can't wait for the next one. I don't know when it is. My channel's just kind of coming along. We're getting a little bit more stuff going with the Minecraft server. There's the new search for the spawn, which is going to be great because we're not going to restart the map, but we are going to move spawn to somewhere really far away, which is good because it leaves my project still going. And if my project's still going, I haven't wasted all that time on there, and we will have more people on the server yet again. Shree's back as well. I love that guy. Shree is awesome, so I'm so happy he's back. And anyways, stay tuned for the next shower vlog. Peace. Ooh, look at me. I'm the queen. Look at my crowd.